Hi, this is Manushka Jessica, Luco T podcast host. Let's get into principality specialization. So this is part three. This is a whole series I'm doing on principality, and this is a subject matter that I've been really interested in, and I've dug into it. So the first one I want to knock off is that the principality of truth in illumination. This principality, it exposed deception in high places, casts light into the dark room, wakes those who sleep under strong delusion. It challenged the lies of the media, academia, religion, institution, forces them into the light. It breaks false narrative. It dismantles propaganda machinery. It's a principality that governs words, idea, codes, revelation of what has been hidden in plain sight. Those who operate under it are often labeled conspiracy theorists, heretic, or rebels, but they are seers of the system. They pierce the veil. They trigger awakening. They decode symbols. This is not a passive light. It is war light. It binds the enemy. It reveals hidden plan. It brings accountability where there was none. It speaks when silent is death. It moved with it moved with this principality in writing, speech, and interpretation. The next one is the principality of bloodline and legacy. Okay, this realm governed ancestral knowledge, genetic memory, ancient blood covens. Um, it specialized in decoding generational pattern, linear inheritance, curse passes down through DNA. It see bloodline not just as a biological path, but a spiritual map. It routes of destiny or destruction. This principality defends scarce lineage, but expose parasitic one. It honors the original, expose the clone. It tracks the seeds of the giant, the origin of hybrids, and those who tamper with the human genome. And this work often expose hidden family blood ritual, elite lineage, and soul contract. It tap into spiritual ancestry, tribal code, and forgotten kingdom. The past bleed into the present. It speaks from the bones beneath empire. It interpret generation trauma, ancestral awakening. This principality is about origin and continuation. Who was, who is, and who dare to become. The next principality is the principality of the watchers and the stars. This principality is specialized in the celestial realm, like fallen angels, watcher seeds, star seeds, ancestral gatekeepers. This principality governs space, time, planetary alignment, interdimensional visitation. It studies the fallen ones not to worship but to warn. The ancient ones return croak and new forms. So pretty much we know that they're croak in new form. Through this principality, it decodes astrological shift, angelic uprising, UFO activity, dreams as interdimensional message. This principality gives sight in the night sky, access to forbidden knowledge, understanding of the battle rage above our head. It tracks the watchers, expose their interference, reveal cosmic contract made in Babylon. It specializes in dreams, vision, or download. It interprets planetary sign, interdimensional, dimensional rips. Um, it do not fear what moves in the heavens. It interpret it, record it, and declare it. The next principality is the principality of shadow and psychological warfare. Now, this one is specialized in dark psychology, like MK Ultra program and gaslighting institution. Um, war on the mind. This principality governs fear based control like surveillance, manipulation. It knows how to build and destroy empire from within. It operates silently through screen injection and algorithm. It moved through this realm to expose handlers, puppet masters, mass trauma campaign, and soul programming. It unmasks the therapist that breaks the mind, the school that destroy potential, and the governments that breed um, dependency. This is not light work; it's shadow work. But the the entering the shadow, it recovers stolen parts of the human spirit. It specializes in trauma deconstruction, spell breaking, soul retrieval. It exposed lies behind the cure, the s- the savior, and the system. This principality is not demonic. It is a dominion one over the dark. The next one we have is the principality of serpent knowledge and reptilian governance. This one is an ancient lizard cold serpentine dynasty. Um, Cold-blooded logic of power. This principality governed elite deception, DNA modification, cloning, and the reptilian brain war on emotion. It exposed entities that disguise themselves in suits and skin. It decode reptilian symbol in the media, um, politic, fashion, ritual. This realm reveal more. This realm reveals those who feed on fear, who siphon energy, who require sacrifice. It's the realm of cold king, soulless rider, shifter throne. It do not fear them. It decode them. It speaks against the counterfeit serpent wisdom of Eden. It exposed the false enlightenment and the serpent seduction. It specializes in identifying those who are fully not human, highlight the cold-blooded machine that mimic the empathy but plan extinction. This principle try to give language to the things we dare not name. The principality of the beast system. It specializes in tracking the rise of the digital cage, the biometric ID, the civilian state, an AI prophet. This principality governs the mark, the image, the system that speak like a lamb but move like a dragon. It specializes in exposing digital slavery, economic spell, and how convenience is used as a chain. It sees the common beast not just as individual but as a structure, a matrix. This principality makes a warning voice digital watchman. It exposed black mirrors, cash like ritual, facial recognition, sacrifice, predictive programming. It connect economic to religion, technology to theology, specialize in pattern, precursor, phototype, identify soft, roll out hard tyranny. It decode the image that speak. Um, it see behind the coin. This principality give language for the system you're already inside. The next one is the principality of water and the room. This principality specializes in decoding water as a memory, the room as a portal, feminine energy as a realm of spiritual warfare. This principality governs birth, baptism, ocean, linear cycle, scarce feminine, expose attack on feminine body, womb technology, abortion, sorcery, um, gender invasion, fertility hijacking. It exposed water poison, emotional programming, water spirit masquerading as feminine god. It specialized in the war of creation, who give it birth, who gets to live, who control the portal. This realm also reveal how water carries trauma, baptism, seal contract, ocean high ancient technology. It speaks for daughters, silence, the mother shame, the room desecrated. This principality give revelation into childbirth, gender war, fertility manipulation. It interprets tears, tied, and tattoo. The next principality is principality of time and prophetic order. This principality, the one about the prophetic order, it specialized in discerning reason, interpreting divine timing, aligning events to ancient prophecy. This principality governed clocks, calendar, festival, Reset timeline. It exposed how the enemy manipulate time through false holiday, leap years, Saturn worship. It specialized in chronological deception and restoring the prophetic rhythm. This principality empower people to call out false revival, predict geopolitical shift, warn before the collapse. It understands the time of judgment, the hour of birthing, the moment of shaking. It revealed when to build and when to flee. It specialized in time sensitive message. It understand uh, kairos versus chronos. Since divine acceleration, demonic delay, it do not just interpret time, it warn, it war with it. This principality align with the remnant who know what time is. The next principality is the principality of war in kingdom conflict. This principality specializes in warfare, spiritual, political, and psychological, and informational. This principality govern war, language, military, discernment, righteous judgment, decode coups attempt, kingdom clashes, spiritual revolt. It sees civil war before it happened. It interprets false flag, color revolution, war propaganda. This principality, a voice of warning and strategy. It specializes in mapping the battlefield terrain, both seen and unseen. It speaks in declaration, not in suggestion. It called out the cowards in the pulpit, confusion in the camp. It understands the sword in the trumpet, the trumpet. It do not write for peace. It write for clarity in conflict. This principality grant boldness to confront, not just confirm. It exposed the agent of both kingdom. The next principality is the principality of resurrection and judgment. This principality specialized in the realm of awakening and reckon. This principality governs justice, resurrection, divine uh, reversal. It specialized in exposing unrepentant power, announcing their downfall. It called out the hidden crimes of the empires, the abuse covered by time, and the sin paid for and generational. This is the realm of exposure, collapse, and fire. It specializes in identifying when the cup is full. It interprets the fall of the throne. It warns nation grieve for the wicked, but do not excuse them. This principality equipped to speak final warning, last chance, impeding judgment. It specializes in crossroad moment. When you fail, it walk with reassurance of power. It warned the dead, it rattled the tomb, it called for justice, it do not stutter. So we're gonna go on. I'm gonna try to see if I can squeeze at least 30 of them in this one, and then if not 30, I'll try to squeeze 10 of them. So I'm gonna go to the next 10 one because I have 100 of them, like, but I'm gonna squeeze a little bit more in this one, and then I'm gonna break it, and then I'll go to the fourth one because I don't want to like compact it a little too much. So the next one is the principality of forge and rebellion. It specialized in rebellion, but not lawlessness. This principality governed the righteous rise of those forged and affliction, and birth blacksmith of truth, builders of altar, breakers of chain. It worked through this principality to raise voice system, tried to silence. In it is the realm of the outcast prophet, the hooded warrior, the exiled one. This realm is not just against the man, but against the spiritual wickedness in high place. It specialized in uprising, righteous insurrection, revolutions that bring in the spirit and bleed into the politic. This is the principality of Moses confronting Pharaoh, of Dora judging, of Deborah judging in the time of the cowards. It call out cowards, confront the bold, stir the sleeping giant. It walks with the rebel who are loyal to the higher king. It ignite revolt, not built on bitterness, but on purpose. It identify forged ones, those hardened by the fire of rejection. It teach how to wield suffering like a sword, specialize in revolution with divine order, not chaos. The next principality is the principality of wild and the beast tamer. This realm is of the feral, the raw, the uncivilized, the power of God untouched by religious protocol. It specialized in voice crying from the wilderness, like the John the Baptist, Elijah, the filter ones. This principality governed nature, raw instinct, the animal kingdom, and the law of the wild. It exposes false uh, refinement and artificial manner used to suppress truth. It speaks the language of the lion, the serpent, both knowing both fear, both knowing both, fear neither. This realm reveals how empires are built on the broken backs of the wild. It specializes in those untamed by Babylon. Interpret dreams involving animals, forest, desert. It know the beast of the revelation and the beast within. It tamed the beast or slay it. Rise wild ones to walk with fire in their bones, but wisdom in their mouth, specializing in releasing war, raw authenticity. The power that offends before it frees, do not cage the wild, it crowns it. The next principality is the principality of fire and purification. This principality is fire, not destruction for chaos sake, but purification, but holy judgment. This principality govern, burn, alter, consume, passion, radical transformation. It burns what no longer serve the soul. It exposes counterfeit gold. It spears lies. It spears. It steers lies from the lips and idols from the heart. Specialize in message that purify or offend, no middle ground. It works through this realm when it speak hard truth with love, burning bridges that lead to hell. Fire brings both judgment and intimacy. It is heat, pain, present. It specializes in trials by fire, purification of movement, and the separation of wheat and chaff. It burn away religious comfort and political compromise. It don't deliver lukewarm revelation. It exposes preachers with no fire, politicians with no passion, prophet with no scar. It speaks flame language. It called for hearts that burn again. This principality is dangerous to lie, not to the truth. The next one is the principality of commerce and sorcery. This is the realm where money, trade, witchcraft mix. It specializes in exposing the spirit of mammon, the buying and selling of soul and alchemy of the economic. This principality reveals how modern banking is sorcery, how advertising is cast spelling, how brand becomes the altar. It specializes in decoding commercial hacks, luxury, lust, and seduction of Babylon economy. It understands how global currency linked to global control. It exposed the financial elite, not just with evidence, but with insight into the spiritual contract. It decodes symbolism and banking logo, corporate architect, and stock ritual. It sees where transaction becomes soul exchange. It warned those trading birth rights for comfort. This principality avoids crying in Wall Street, in Silicon Valley, and the boardroom dipped in evil. It specializes in freeing the poor in spirit, not just the broke. It teaches wealth without worshiping it. It called the altar to be rebuilt where cash now rules. The next principality is the principality of language and binding words. This principality specializes in power of language, and this is like spoken, written, curse, concentrated. This principality governed the tongue, the scroll, the contract, song. It reveals how words become weapon or rooms. It specialized in breaking curse by spoken by leaders, parents, or institution. It decodes spells, enable in legal language, music, lyric, education, creeds. It understands how propaganda isn't just false fact; it is hypnotic. It acadians. It wield words like sword and shield. It named things others fear to name. This realm is where poet become the prophet, specialize in verbal dismantling, naming ritual, reverse, incantation. It see how nations are cursed by speech and healed by uh, proclam, proclamation. Um, it used this principality to to set captive free by sentence. It exposed lies spoken over generation, unwritten the narrative, rewrite the code. It reeled the pen and the voice. Now, the next principality is the principality of thrones and counterfeit crowns. It specialized in revealing who really rules behind the scene. This principality governed monarchy rulership, divine right, counterfeit kings. It specialized in exposing the fake authority, stolen crown, bloodless coup. This is the realm of coronation or betrayal, scarce oath and secret counsel. It speaks into a royal bloodline, spiritual and physical. It exposed rulers with no oil and pastors with no throne. This principality show the throne in the media, music, mega churches. It exposes celebrities crowned by sorcery, not merit. It revealed who bowed to what for fame. It specialized in showing the price of power. It's set to dethrone and enthrone. It speaks to David, not Saul. It see the rise of true rulers who serve, not enslaved. This principality gives boldness to confront kings and wisdom to anoint shepherd. It don't fear crown, it tests them. The next principality is the principality of bone and resurrection power. It specialized in dead things coming back to life. This principality governed graves, tomb, bones, relic, and the memory of what was buried. It specialized in Ezekiel vision, the valley of the dry bone. It sees forgotten moments, lost voices, erased legacy, and called them forth. It worked through this realm to reveal mental ministry, family, faith. This is the realm of intercession, revival, not the hype kind, but the kind that rattle coffin, special and prophetic. Uh, whew, archaeology, digging up, they try to kill. It speaks of a corpse of potential. It lay hands on what was pronounced dead. It called back what was swallowed by silence. This principality has no fear of death, and it interrogates it. It's the voice to bury. It tells the bones to rise again. It do not decorate tomb. It empty them. The next one is the principality of mirror and identity. This realm governs self perception, divine image, the war for identity. It specializes in breaking false mirror, destroying counterfeit reflection, restoring the image of DEI, the image of God within. This principality gives sight into the body, dysmorphia, a spiritual fragmentation, gender confusion, inherent shame. It speaks truth to those lied to by mirror. It confronts false label, victim, failure, orphan, addict. It specializes in renaming, reclaiming, reforming. It exposes the industry that profit of self-hate. It speaks over face no longer recognized. It removes mask worn to survive. It reminds the broken of who they were before they bled. It specializes in mirror healing. When you finally see who you are and what you carry, this principality break every lie that say you are less. Don't give self esteem. It don't give self-esteem, it restores the soul truth. Next one is the principality of the gate and the threshold. It specializes in threshold. Those spirit gates where choices change destiny. This principality governs transition, access, permission, gates of influence. It revealed the place of entry, who let what in, who opened which door, what guards were sleeping. It specialized in moments of crossing over between the youth and adulthood, sin and repentance, obscurity, calling. This is the realm of king, locked doors, and trap. It exposed gatekeepers who block, not bless. It called gates to open for those ready to close, for those who abuse access. It speaks to spirit, um, border of nations, families, and hearts. It specialized in preparation for breakthrough. It calls people to the gate, not just to stand there, but to walk through it. This principality makes guides and challenge. It do not guard gates. It tests those who approach it. This one is the principality of the remnant and the chosen few. It specializes in identifying the remnant, those not not bound, those that not bow to bow, but the survivor of the spiritual genocide. The principality governed divine selection, hidden vessel, uh, preservation through the fire. It speaks to the ones overlooked by men but chosen by God. It understands rejection as a protection. It speaks life to the isolated, the the exile, the silent prophet. It called them out of the cave. It gathered them. It teach the remnant their identity, and power, and assignment. This is the realm of Gideon army. The narrow gate, about 144, is specialized in preparation, training, and dispatching. Affirm that the world mock, confirm what the heaven whispered. It revealed their role in the final hour. It speaks to the misunderstood, the mocked, the marginalized. It activates the sleepers. This principality keeps small in numbers but heavy in impact. Don't chase crowd, find the calling. Now I would so the next one is the principality of dream and night visitation. This principality specializes in language of dreams, symbolism of sleep, and the realm of nighttime revelation. This principality governs the subconscious portal where heaven and hell send message. It interprets dreams that disturb, dreams that repeat, dreams that mark divine appointment. It specializes in exposing night visitation, angelic and demonic. This is the realm where instructions are sealed, warnings are whispered. It teaches how to journal, decode, respond to dream messengers. It call out false dreams from soul noise or spiritual uh, intuition. It revealed pattern, animal numbers, people, death, and water. It revealed visit at night and why. This principality helped rescue those under nightly torment, sleep paralysis, reoccurring dream warfare. It understands dimension of revelation that only speaks when the mind is still. It teach warfare before bedtime. Train seers in the secret hour. um, do not treat dream like somebody treats them, more like doors. The next one is the principality of music and frequency. This principality specializes in sound. Its ability to heal, possess, summon, and command. This principality govern vibration, remnants, melody, chant, rhythm. It exposed the spell in modern music, the chant in stadium, and the war drum in politics. It understands why Lucifer fall and what he still used. It's symbolized and identifying musical portals, songs that open realms, frequency that attune to spirit. It teach the difference between anointed sound and sonic sorcery. Analyze lyrics, chords, beats, enable frequency, expose idols and disguise false worship, specialize in healing through frequency, vibration that recalibrate the soul. It reveal how soul rewriting the brain, open the heart, can anchor spirit, call musician into scarce, sword worship, not industry slavery. This principality allowed to comfort the worship war happening in silence around us. Don't just hear music, it discern the spirit in it. The next one is the principality of healer and plague. This is the realm of sickness, healing, immunity, biowarfare. It specializes in exposing um, pharmacy, pharmaceutical sorcery, mask as healing. This principality govern medicine system, natural remedy, supernatural restoration, biological manipulation, expose the hypocrisy of healthcare system that kills in the name of cure. It understands the body as a temple, battlefield, and message board. It reveals how trauma stores in tissues and how healing begins with truth. It specializes in decoding symptom as spiritual flag. It exposes injection with hidden agenda, diagnosed as declaration. It teach healing protocol, spiritual, herbal, and, and energetic. It operates in miracles, belief, and medical intelligence. It speaks from the poison, experiment on, and the silent patient. This principality empowered to release healing while comforting plague marker. It calls for cleansing, not just of the body, but the system. It do not worship medicine, it tests it. Okay. The next one is the principality of surveillance and all seeing eye. This principality in this realm of the watchers, not the angelic kind, but the digital ones. This principality governs data, monitoring AI vision, global panopticon. It exposed civilian network, predictive policing, retina scanning, silence tracking, specialized and slow erasure, privacy, freedom, autonomy. This is the realm of the eye horse. Satellite above, smart cities below. It revealed the faces behind the lens, the motive behind the monitoring. It teach how to remain aware in the age of algorithm. It decode predictive programming that condition you to accept surveillance as safety. Specialize in whistleblowing, spiritual surveillance, demonic monitoring spirit, um, generational watchers. This principality gives signs on what watches you and why. It do not panic, it prepare. Sound alarm on the common tech that mimic omnipresent. It calls for discernment in the era of biometric bondage. Okay, the next one, the principality of the mask and the performer. This is the realm of actors, pretenders, and the stage, specializing in removing masks, literally, figuratively. This principality governs illusion, stagecraft, persona, deception, performance culture. It specializes in exposing double life, image maintenance, hidden pain behind smile, reveal how society worship performance and punish authenticity. It exposed spiritual actors, preachers with no anointment, influence with no soul, lovers with no love. It speaks to the broken performance forced to keep dancing, specialized in identity behind the image. It unveils masks worn from trauma, fear, and ambition. This principality teaches to value substance over surface. It confront the church stage, the political stage, the social media stage. It don't entertain, it discern. It teach people how to remove masks and survive what they see in the mirror. The war against the pressure to perform. The next one is the principality of child and innocent one. It specializes in protecting, speaking for avenging children. This principality govern birth, innocent, childhood trauma, education, exploitation. Exposed trafficking network, grooming operation, institutional abuse. It cries out for the voiceless, the unborn, the neglect, the molested. Reveal how education become indoctrination, how cartoon became conditioning. It specialized in restoring innocent, rebuilding childhood, and confronting parental negligence. It exposed how enemy target children through media, food, vaccine, and programming. It's stand at the gate of birth and learning. This principality give holy rage, divine tenderness. It war for playground, classroom, bedroom. It pray over teddy bears in courtrooms. It speaks over children and every adult. It don't just guard children, it activate the children within you to heal. It specializing in calling back innocent and burning down system that steals it. The next one is principality of the scroll and the record. Specialize in what has been written on paper and in spirit and destiny. This principality govern archives, books, contracts, soul records in heavens and hell. It exposed spiritual documentation, birthright stolen, covenant signed in ignorance, names changed without consent, understanding generational records, family sins that scream from the bloodline. It read prophetic book written over lives and nations. It specialized in canceling demonic contract and restoring the divine decree. This is the realm of scribes, register, angels of records, and accuser. It revealed how paperwork enslaved mortgage, license, fines, see the words that curse and the words that free. This principality allows to intercede legally in the spirit realm, specialize in court of heaven language, call for justice through written truth. Don't just speak, document. Don't just observe, record. Specialize in scroll and carry entity. The next one is the principality of exile and the wandering ones. Specialize in the displaced, the ones uprooted by war, trauma, betrayal, or divine assignment. This principality govern exile, migration, desperado, spiritual wandering. It speaks to spiritual nomad, the gifted ones with no home, expose the system that displays prophet, silencer, exile, visionary. Walks in with those who flee city, churches, families, specialize in spiritual homelessness. Those who can't return to what broke them. Reveal the purpose of wandering. Speak to Joseph in the prison, David in the caves, Esther in the places not their own. This principality empower to guide transition to help the lost remnant find new roots. Don't promise a quick return. Prepare people for survival and exile. Protect the oil of the misfit. Activate purpose in the displaced. Build refuge in the wilderness. Specialize in migration with meaning. This next one is the principality of the mirror war, flesh versus spirit. This is the battlefield of identity, what the flesh desires versus what the spirit knows. Specialized in helping people break the agreement with the false self, the ego, the addiction, the pride. This principality governs transformation, crucifixion of self, spiritual rebirth, specialized in war within. When the soul is divided, when the old habits mock new calling, it revealed pattern of self-sabotage, pleasure addiction, delay obedience, understanding how flesh resists sanctification. It teaches surrender that doesn't just sound holy but feel like death. Confronts spiritual ignorance, dressed as enlightenment, specialized in mirror moment. When you see yourself clearly, you must choose who to be. Coach your spirit fighter through withdrawal, breakdown, and rebirth. This is not therapy, principality. It's resurrection. It called for spirit-led living that dethrone the flesh. It teaches how to war against yourself with grace and truth. This one is the principality of the final hour and the end time watcher. It specializes in the urgency of now, the clock that tick over civilization. This principality govern end time prophecy. Um, Global alignment, spiritual urgency. It don't just talk revelation. It tracks seals, trumpet, beast, vows, interpret disaster, sign, false peace, digital. Babylon specialized in preparing the elect, not with panic, but with precision, exposes false prophet of delay, hireling of comfort, warn when the world cries peace, but prepare for change. Rise up time watches those who can't be lured back to sleep. This is the realm of urgency, not fear. Call for oil and lamp, not trending doctrine. It speaks in warning, reaping wisdom. Sound the trumpet. Declare what time it is. This principality make make message to distract generation, specialize in clarity before collapse. Okay, so that is part three. Um, I was trying not to speed read it because it was a lot. I was trying to, you know, but that is part three, and I guess it would take just about the same thing because I have like part four, part five, part six, and then I think part seven is when I will wrap everything up. So this is like look like it'll be a 7 part theory because this one was that one was one from 1 to 30 what they specialize, and I have another one 30 to 60 what they specialize. So and then I have from 60 to 90, and then I have the remaining, which is 10. And then I guess that's when I will go ahead and I will just wrap everything up at that one. So, so this is it. You can re-listen to this. This is right now is just the specialization, what they specialize in, what they do. I was trying to pace myself, but sometimes I can speed read through stuff, and I felt like I may have. Please let me know if you felt like I did. I was just trying to get everything out. So this is this part, which is part three, and I will be doing part four. I'm trying to get this out as fast as I can, just so I can have all four of this out. Right now, it may not be of interest, but later on, it will be of interest because there'll be many people looking for this in the future. Um, okay, so what I want to do here, I want to thank you so much for listening to Luco T Podcast. My name is Manushka Jessica from Luco T Podcast. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being part of the audience. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you all those that did and all those that will. Please leave a comment and please subscribe and give it a like. And let me know if there's something else I could be doing different here. Please let me know. Feedback's always welcome. Thank you and have a great day. And thank you for being part of the Luco T Podcast family. Bye.